Hi, my name is Craig Germain, and I'm here to talk to you about We the People. We the People. That began some time ago by our forefathers. It's what built this country that we're in. We the People. And throughout this talk that you and I will have, I want us to focus on we the people instead of all the other ancillary things that we're doing. Now, we face some problems right now. We, the country, faces some problems, but because the country faces it, we, the people, face it. Stay with me on this. Remember why our country was founded. We right now have a disaster going on several different fronts. Right now, we've got disasters occurring. One potential disaster is our involvement in Libya, in Bahrain, in Syria, in Yemen, Egypt, you name them. All the oil-producing countries. We've got problems there, and we have people over there who don't like us. We've seen that when they flew into the Twin Towers. We have potential problems there. We also have, that we're considering now, is we have a nuclear disaster ongoing in Japan. Ongoing. Granted, there was an earthquake and a tsunami, but we have a nuclear disaster going on. And we have, in this country, we have 103 existing aging nuclear power plants. And everybody today is talking about, oh my goodness, look at what is happening in Japan, and they're immediately making the step into what could happen in the United States with the 103 existing nuclear power plants. It's quite amazing to me. All of those nuclear power plants are in and around, not all of them, a lot of them are in and around the fault lines in this country. That's an existing situation. Now remember, we the people throughout this, that's the important thing that I want you and me to stay focused on. The safety of we the people. Not the safety of some building someplace, but we the people. That's what this whole thing is built on. Now, nuclear power in the United States generates 20% of the electricity here in the United States. That's a big number. 20% of all the electricity in the United States is generated by nuclear power. And nuclear power is, for all intents and purposes, is safe. It's clean. It's reliable. We use it all the time. But when something goes haywire, such as it can, and we have a real live situation going on in Japan right now, when something goes bad at Chernobyl, at 3 Mile Island, we've got the examples. When it goes bad, there's a problem. And the problem is radiation. Radiation that spreads out all across the area is blown by the wind. And where you and I are, we may be just downwind of some nuclear disaster through no fault of our own. Now remember, we the people. Nuclear power is a very, very good thing. But the argument will come now to you and me, we need to slow down on nuclear power. Wait a minute. Slow down on nuclear power. And that's one approach that we can do. The other approach is to continue doing what we're doing. So let's see if we slow down on nuclear power with the idea that we're going to redesign plants and safety systems and all that kind of stuff. Okay, well, in that we haven't talked about we the people, protecting we the people while all this is going on. Remember, all the redesign now isn't going to help the 103 power plants that are out there. So, we have path one, we can be reactive and get involved. That's no pun intended with the use of the word reactive there. we can get reactive and wait till the problem occurs and then do something. Or what we can do, and which is the suggestion here, is that we can continue with the design, the development, the creation, the construction, the implementation of nuclear power, but do it while we are getting better designs, more creative, what we do when the problem happens. A problem is going to happen. Let me take you to a little different area of power generation in the United States, and that was the BP oil disaster in the Gulf of Mexico. We don't hear much about it because all it really did was kill some birds, kill some fishes, kill the environmental system in that area, disrupt the entire lives of everybody around the Gulf of Mexico. But it doesn't have nearly the play that what we're showing out here. So, the people in the Middle East who produce a lot of oil, they have an interest. Now, it doesn't have much play with we the people, but keep that in mind. That's the key here. They would like to see the price of oil go up. So would the Russians, so would everybody else who is a oil-producing nation, country, business. They'd like to see the price of oil go up for their profits. It's a natural deal. But it doesn't help us. It doesn't help us when the price goes up. When the price goes up, we are doing one very simple thing. We are providing an economic stimulus package to those countries who don't help us. So the key is, stay with nuclear power. Do it. Now, here's where we the people come in. Develop it, but protect us. Get a life suit. Get a life suit for each one of us. Now, let's talk about numbers with regard to this, because that's where the rubber meets the road. If every one of those folks in Japan had one of these while this is going on, there wouldn't be the problems of the radiation hitting their skin, that they breathe it all day long. It's in their food supply. So why isn't it in the air? Why don't they have something to protect the people? That's the key, the people. Now, what is very interesting in all of this are the dollar bills involved. And that's the key thing. Remember, we the people, now keep your eye on the money. All right? If we slow down on nuclear production, what happens? The price of fuel, gas, that you and I pay at the pump will go up. All right? When that goes up, and it'll probably go up by 50 cents a gallon. Just use that number for argument's sake at this point. Right now, you and I buy 400 million gallons of gasoline every day in this country. Multiply that by 50 cents, that's $200 million that we spend for gasoline every single day. $200 million. That's $73 billion a year. That if we just decide to slow down and don't continue with our nuclear development, that we will be paying $73 billion a year. Where does it go? Offshore. Let's not make that mistake. 10 years, $730 billion. Sounds very close to a stimulus package that we heard about earlier, but it's going offshore. Let's not do that. Let's keep our nuclear power growing. Let's protect ourselves with life suits. With a life suit, you could fit every man, woman, and child, 311 million of us right now in the United States, with a life suit for $53 billion. I'm not suggesting that, but just compare the math. $53 billion, and we are safe for 10 years. That's the shelf life of a life suit. We're safe from nuclear radiation for 10 years. the cost, if we don't do anything, is $730 billion as opposed to $53 billion. And 10 years down the road, we're in no better position. So protect we the people now with the life suit. Now. Do it now. Require every nuclear facility to give everybody around it a life suit. Just like a life jacket on a boat. It's not a bigger mental jump than that. You take people out on your boat, you give them a life jacket. You hope they don't need it, but if they do, they got it. This is the same thing. Now, what we can't do is we can't keep sending our money offshore as a stimulus package for somebody else. We must protect ourselves and develop with vigor the alternative sources of energy. But with sun and wind power, if the wind quits, there's a problem. If clouds cover, there's a problem. With nuclear, it just keeps going. So what we have to do is figure the safety. We need to figure the safety with a vigor and protect ourselves at the same time. We the people. Protect us, develop the sources that we need, and do it now. So, I'm saying, get life suits to all of us, protect this country, quit sending the stimulus money offshore, protect us. Protect us with a life suit. Doesn't have to be this one. It could be another one if there is one out there that will do the same thing. This is a prototype. It inflates. You've seen it on the other video. It inflates. You have all of the equipment on the inside. It pulls in the air from outside, inflates it so you're inside and you're breathing safe, clean air. Now, I've just talked to you about the disasters, talking about we the people. You've seen this shot where we're involving ourselves in countries across the globe who are not going to like us a lot. Well, they're not going to like us a lot, and you've seen the footage of the airplanes into the Twin Towers. They're not going away. The byproduct, or another advantage of the life suit, is not just for radiation, but will care for you, will protect you and your kids from chemical, biological, nuclear, radiation, CBRN filter. So if somebody sends sarin gas our way, and we hear about it, we can get in the life suit, and we, the people, are safe. We, the people. I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for being there. But more importantly, do something about it. Call your congressional leaders. Be involved with the nuclear development in this country. I only care about you and me, we the people. And that's what they should care about. You and me, we the people. God bless you. Thank you very much for listening.